What is up? How's it going? And what is going on? Absolutely, right? What's going on? This is another means to my communication, to not isolate, and to honestly say, welcome. This is another matter of fact of Pancake Marathon. I don't know, what kind of ingredient do you have in and of itself for your recovery, right? I mean, if there's no advice in recovery and essentially except for the steps, right? I mean, that's the setup, right? And of itself, and all that kind of stuff. What kind of ingredient do you have within your recovery, and what? How do you rehydrate, right? That's how it all comes down to. Absolutely. Thank you very much for being here, and you are important because you do matter. Thank you. Well, hi. How's it going today? There's so many points to life upon itself, right? Yet I feel like a in of itself a great topic for this whole entire communication aspect is to simply say boundaries. You know, there's points to where active addiction, right? When you're active in your addiction, which is really funny to say because when you're actively using, don't you go to any means to get to use? Like you will move earth and whatever could be said, right? To the point where you're gonna do anything you can to get to use, right? Yet then it comes down to when you're in active part of your recovery, do you do the same exact measure and matter of fact when you to be active in your recovery? That's a great question, right? Simply to say, I think boundaries, right, is kind of the theme of this episode of Pancake Marathon. There's so many points to what is boundaries. I mean, isn't it as simply to say that we didn't have them, right? When you're active in your addiction, did you have boundaries? Well, it's not that you didn't, right? And it's not that you weren't, we could say, a saint and absolutely dedicated to using, and you went to any length upon itself, right? And so, to simply say, what? We're a saint when we're using? Well, weren't you religious and you absolutely verbatim everything that you needed to get what you needed, right? Or you're not virtuous in that aspect, right? Now I get it. That's a saint to by I guess per se definition, without looking it up, per se is virtuous and magnanimous and in all their affairs and absolutely able to have everyone walk away happy. Yeah, in of itself. But give me just a moment. Let me actually look up the definition of a saint. So essential to say, yet if I don't want to do things by myself, then don't I have to go to the level that they're at to encourage them? Don't shut the door in the past, right? And so essentially, it is what it is. Yet, because I know I get to, and I wanted to put this out there and all that kind of stuff, because this helps me get it out of my mind. It basically helps me arrest those thoughts and give them a place to be bounded to so that I can make room for the new ones, right? How can you phase your old car on top of your new car or whatever, because that's essentially what you're doing. How do you clean your side of the street? How do you zen your garden, right? And so, yeah. Essentially, I hope I land something up for somebody today. I know I did for myself. And yet, I hope you found something that requires you to keep coming back. Maybe not to this, maybe to be an active part of your recovery, to be part of your life again, to do the right thing, to have these boundaries, right? To stand for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Absolutely. What? And that's insanity. And so overall, like I said, I hope I line something up for somebody. I know I'm somebody, so I know I have, right? And yet I hope that you find something that requires you to keep coming back, because that's what it is. You finding something that requires you to keep coming back. Whatever that may be. Well, always remember your shoes fit just right. You're beautiful. And to practice the principles in all your affairs. Absolutely. So you can get back to unity, your peace of mind, and being able to do the right thing, which is what? Build a life for the next one to come so that you don't have to work so hard. I'm just saying. Have a great one. Thank you so much. And always remember your shoes fit just right. You are beautiful, and you do deserve to take up space. Keep doing you, because you get to these days. I love you. Have a great one. Thank you. Essentially, this is how I feel about why I'm doing this, and who am I doing it for, and all that kind of stuff. Yet, I want to find home. I want to be welcomed home, because if I'm not balanced, I'm not home. I'm insane, and I got some work to put in. Absolutely. Have a great one. Keep being beautiful. Thank you.
I'll follow you wherever you go. Stay close to you, 'cause darling, you're my home.